Hello everyone, Dr. Mike here. Today we're diving deep into hypertension, exploring its complex causes and how you can prevent it. Hypertension, often called the silent killer, is a serious condition that affects millions worldwide. The good news is that with the right knowledge and proactive measures, you can take control of your heart health and live a longer, healthier life. So let's unravel the mysteries of hypertension together and empower you to make informed decisions about your well-being. Let's start our journey by addressing the elephant in the room, or should I say the genes in our family tree. You've probably heard the saying, it runs in the family, and when it comes to hypertension, there's truth to that. If your parents or close relatives have a history of high blood pressure, your risk increases significantly. Why? Well, certain genes can make you more susceptible to developing hypertension. These genes can influence how your body handles salt, regulates blood vessel tone, and even how your kidneys function. It's like inheriting a blueprint that might make you more prone to developing high blood pressure. Now, before you go blaming your ancestors for everything, remember this. Genes load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. While genetics play a role, your lifestyle choices hold immense power in determining your blood pressure fate. Think of it like this. Imagine your body as a car. If you constantly push the engine to its limits, neglect regular maintenance, and fill it with low-quality fuel, it's bound to break down. Similarly, unhealthy habits like a diet high in salt and saturated fat, lack of physical activity, excessive alcohol consumption, and smoking are like putting your cardiovascular system through the ringer. Let's talk about stress, that ever-present companion in our fast-paced world. We all experience stress, but when it becomes chronic, it can wreak havoc on our bodies, including our blood pressure. Imagine your body's stress response as a car alarm going off, releasing adrenaline and cortisol, hormones that temporarily increase blood pressure to help you deal with the perceived threat. But when this alarm keeps blaring, day in and day out, due to work deadlines, financial worries, or relationship issues, it's like driving with the emergency brake on. Your blood vessels constrict, your heart has to work harder, and over time, this can lead to sustained high blood pressure. Pause 3SS. Now let's delve into the biochemical factors that can influence your blood pressure. Hormonal imbalances, for instance, play a significant role. Conditions like hyperthyroidism, Cushing's syndrome, and hyperaldosteronism can lead to secondary hypertension. These medical conditions cause your body to produce too much of certain hormones, which can elevate your blood pressure. Pause 2S. Another critical player is the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or RAAS. When this system is overactive, it can cause your body to retain fluid and constrict blood vessels, both of which increase blood pressure. Imagine your blood vessels as garden hoses. If you turn up the water pressure and squeeze the hose, the water rushes through more forcefully. That's similar to what happens in your blood vessels when RAAS is overactive. Pause 2S. Understanding these biochemical factors is essential because it highlights how interconnected our body systems are. By keeping an eye on hormonal health and managing conditions that affect RAAS, you can take proactive steps to maintain healthy blood pressure levels. Pause 3S. Stay tuned as we explore more about the fuel that powers healthy blood pressure in the next segment. Pause 3S. Now let's take a closer look at some physiological factors that can influence your blood pressure. Age blood pressure tends to increase with age as arteries become stiffer. This natural progression means that older adults are at a higher risk of developing hypertension. Imagine your arteries as rubber bands. Over time, they lose their elasticity and become more rigid, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. Gender. Men are more likely to develop hypertension at a younger age, whereas women are at higher risk post-menopause. This shift is largely due to hormonal changes that occur during menopause, which can affect vascular health and blood pressure regulation. Sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea can cause spikes in blood pressure during sleep. This condition leads to repeated interruptions in breathing, which triggers the body's stress response, causing temporary but significant increases in blood pressure. Imagine trying to sleep while someone keeps waking you up every few minutes. Your body would react with stress and tension, raising your blood pressure. Understanding these physiological factors is crucial for managing your blood pressure effectively. By recognizing these influences, you can take targeted steps to address them and maintain a healthier cardiovascular system. Stay tuned as we delve into the fuel that powers healthy blood pressure in the next segment. Remember that car analogy? Well, just like low-quality fuel can damage an engine, a diet laden with salt, saturated in trans fats, and processed foods can clog your arteries and contribute to hypertension. These dietary villains can lead to plaque buildup in your blood vessels, making it harder for blood to flow, which in turn raises blood pressure. Think of your arteries as highways for your blood. When they're narrowed by plaque, it's like trying to drive through a traffic jam. Everything slows down and the pressure builds up. Our bodies are incredibly complex machines with intricate systems constantly working behind the scenes to keep us functioning optimally. One such system is the endocrine system, which produces hormones that act as chemical messengers, regulating everything from metabolism to mood to, you guessed it, blood pressure. When hormone levels are out of whack, it can throw your blood pressure off balance. For instance, an overactive thyroid gland can lead to an overproduction of thyroid hormone, which can increase heart rate and blood pressure. Similarly, conditions like Cushing's syndrome, which involves an excess of cortisol, can also contribute to hypertension. As we age, our bodies undergo various changes, and, unfortunately, our cardiovascular system isn't immune to the passage of time. Just like a car that's been driven for many miles, our blood vessels can lose some of their elasticity, becoming stiffer and less able to adapt to changes in blood flow. This stiffness makes it harder for blood to move through, leading to increased pressure on the artery walls. Think of it like trying to squeeze a thick milkshake through a narrow straw. It takes more effort and the pressure builds up. Sometimes, hypertension isn't a standalone problem, but rather a symptom of an underlying health condition. It's like your body is trying to send you a signal that something else needs attention. For instance, chronic kidney disease, a condition that affects how well your kidneys filter waste and excess fluid from your blood, can disrupt the delicate balance of salt and water in your body, leading to increased blood volume and consequently higher blood pressure. Similarly, diabetes, a metabolic disorder that affects blood sugar levels, can damage blood vessels over time, making them more susceptible to narrowing and hardening, which can contribute to hypertension. Now that we've explored the factors that can contribute to hypertension, let's shift gears and focus on what you can do to prevent and manage it. Remember, knowledge is power, and by making informed choices, you can take control of your heart health. One of the most powerful weapons in your arsenal is a lifestyle makeover. Think of it as hitting the reset button on your health. By adopting heart-healthy habits, you can lower your risk of developing hypertension and even reverse its course if you've already been diagnosed. We've already talked about how chronic stress can send your blood pressure soaring. But how do you actually manage stress in today's hectic world? The answer lies in finding healthy coping mechanisms that work for you. Think of stress management as a toolbox filled with various techniques, and the key is to find the ones that resonate with you and incorporate them into your daily routine. Some people find solace in meditation or deep breathing exercises, while others prefer yoga or Tai Chi to calm their minds and bodies. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for overall health, and it plays a significant role in managing blood pressure. Think of your body weight as a seesaw. When it's balanced, your cardiovascular system functions optimally. However, when you carry excess weight, especially around your midsection, it puts extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. It's like asking your heart to work overtime, pumping blood to a larger surface area. This extra effort can lead to increased blood pressure and increase your risk of developing heart disease. Prevention is always better than cure, and when it comes to hypertension, early detection is key. Think of regular health checkups as routine maintenance for your body, like taking your car in for an oil change or tire rotation. These checkups allow your healthcare provider to monitor your blood pressure, identify any potential red flags, and intervene early if needed. Just like you wouldn't wait for your car to break down before taking it to the mechanic, don't wait for symptoms to surface before getting your blood pressure checked. In some cases, lifestyle modifications alone may not be enough to manage hypertension, and that's where medication and medical management come into play. Think of medication as a tool in your arsenal, working in conjunction with lifestyle changes to lower your blood pressure and protect your heart health. It's important to remember that medication should always be prescribed and monitored by a qualified healthcare professional. They will work with you to determine the appropriate medication, dosage, and treatment plan based on your individual needs and medical history. Remember how we talked about the importance of a healthy diet? Well, certain foods go beyond just being good for you and actually act as nutritional powerhouses, specifically targeting blood pressure control. These foods are packed with nutrients that can help lower blood pressure naturally, working in synergy with lifestyle modifications and medication. One such group of nutrients is potassium. Potassium acts as a natural counterbalance to sodium, helping to relax blood vessels and excrete excess sodium through urine. Think of potassium as the good guy that helps flush out the bad guy's sodium, keeping your blood pressure in check. In today's fast-paced world, sleep often gets pushed to the bottom of the priority list. But did you know that getting enough shut-eye is just as crucial for heart health as diet and exercise? When you sleep, your body enters a state of rest and repair, and your blood pressure naturally dips. Think of it as your cardiovascular system getting a much-needed break. However, when you consistently skimp on sleep, your body doesn't get this essential downtime, and your blood pressure remains elevated for longer periods. As we've seen, hypertension can be influenced by a variety of factors, but with the right strategies, it's manageable. Remember, knowledge is power, and by understanding the causes, risk factors, and proactive steps you can take, you're empowered to protect your heart health. It's never too late to make positive changes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread awareness about hypertension. Stay healthy. Pause 3S. As we've seen, hypertension can be influenced by a variety of factors, but with the right strategies, it's manageable. Remember, knowledge is power. And by understanding the causes, risk factors, and proactive steps you can take, you're empowered to protect your heart health. It's never too late to make positive changes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help spread awareness about hypertension. To stay healthy, pause 2S. Now let's delve into how certain medical conditions can impact your blood pressure. Medical conditions. Chronic kidney disease. Impaired kidney function can lead to fluid and electrolyte imbalances, raising blood pressure. Diabetes increases the risk of hypertension due to damage to blood vessels and kidneys. Pregnancy conditions like preeclampsia can cause high blood pressure in pregnant women. Understanding these connections is crucial for managing your overall health. By being aware of how these conditions interrelate with hypertension, you can take more informed steps to monitor and control your blood pressure. Pause 1S. Stay tuned for more insights on managing your health and well-being.